Everybody acting different now, finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot but I'm not, gotta keep it down. Making sure nobody drown, I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now, cool. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Lose it on my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating this a party, wanna climb the time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping around and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing it did was veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no time cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk dog, it's a room full of Bryans. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating this a party, wanna climb the time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Rams and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway in Southern California. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Rams take over first down at their own 15-yard line.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field.
And usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come up now on second and a yard. Going right back to Akers. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Big Sebastian Joseph Day there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
First down, Rams.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this run.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back out.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And right away, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh? Worse? Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chargers, nothing. Matt Gay to kick off for Los Angeles.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Rams 7, Chargers nothing.
On first down, it's Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And will be taken down here just shy of the 30.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first and 10, Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
A gain of 23 more yards. That's another Chargers first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
Down at the 2-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal.
Here's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. He's at the 50, 30, 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. Spins by, he's got room at the 30. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 24 yards the gain there, another first down as well.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This is caught. Touchdown! Josh Palmer, 27 yards. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. touchdown. Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play, because remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's going to have a Rams first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Throwing again is Stafford. Open man is Skoranek. He's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 35.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them.
And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
To try again after the sack. Stafford is going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talking about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Herbert now. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Again, Herbert. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett from 17 yards out. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. But we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
A give running right is Akers. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a quick 6 and a Charger TD. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And now the drive starts for the completion out to the right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On first down, Stafford here. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Stafford. Can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Stafford gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's gonna be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. On 4th down, Stafford. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Charger drive about to get going. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Herbert. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Justin Herbert sacked. A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. To the air again, Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, that uses motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a first down throw. Stafford gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson. 52 yards. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Rams 21.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. They're going to pass here with Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
Even with a big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Williams brings it in. Touchdown! Mike Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have made it a 3-score game now here in the fourth. And he's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely throw with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
At their own 25-yard line.
1st and 10. Stafford. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. And the Chargers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 5th. Under pressure, and he will go down. Set back at the 38. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side. Lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He's got it to Wood. And the ball is knocked out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And as this defense walks off the field, they should do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. We go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
Attitude bad on Sadiddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm biting. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like it. I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hiding in the shank. I'm no keep it, I pop out in blank. It's bun on my knife, I'm trying to look. They do not come for me. Fake, I can't keep no company. Only the real respect my honest. So watch how you coming if y'all under me. I'm with it and Rex involved. I they text and calls. Run me that. Making no sense at all. They bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on the throne, you they taking none. You bragging on pants, I make for fun. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadidi. He only 2 times finna he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm biting. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. I ain't keeping up with what you saying on the internet. I ain't keeping up with the news. But I get that daily paper. Stop playing on me.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway in Southern California. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. Room here to run. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A huge play there right off the bat. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, they got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
They're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down. Martin came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0.
Harrison Butker is the call for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, LA! Jared Everett, 75 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
From the 24, Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Target, and that makes the score 14-7.
Chargers 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
By George Karlaftis. An 11-yard loss on the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. And, it's incomplete. It would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Khalil Mack. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On fourth down, Herbert. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away in almost every turn.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
3rd and 14.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going up.
And my goodness, another interception. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Throwing now is Here's Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Harrison Butker in a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Herbert now. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answer.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. After the sack on 1st down, Herbert, he's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now here is another interception. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Second and goal from the one.
Stop short of the goal line. I'll pick up with 2.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they start at their own 7. CD, I know from working with you that you're about as old school as they come. Your thoughts on throwing that ball from the 1-yard line?
Yeah, I just got done walking my dinosaur, as you well know, and ordinarily I'm screaming, run the football from the 1-yard line. But if you are going to throw it, just take extra care. That didn't happen there, and they turned the ball over.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From his own end zone, Herbert. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10.
On first down, Justin Herbert working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Here's 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Herbert back to the air. Throw right side complete to Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
That's another Chargers first down.
Now it's Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Herbert. And he comes back with 1 complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me, and I...
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He finds his target, Allen. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft complete.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still throw big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off, they got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, so the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game.
And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB just like Shorty know a way around the storm, making hits with Hit Boy. All he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't buy or believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that in 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake dribbling and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city as mine. You cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. Underway in Buffalo. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To the air, Allen. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming out.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Austin Johnson, the one who makes the stop defensively.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. DeAndre Carter back deep. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number 1,
Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. 75 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. I think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time I think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
7-7, our score after one. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. Here comes Carter. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's Eckler again. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Eckler now between the tackles. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On second down, Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw again on second down, Allen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in press territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try to get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve.
Really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Brought down by Ed Oliver. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Here's Herbert. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. from the 35 on second down. Allen, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Running on first down, Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Once more, here's Eckler. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. From the gun, Herbert on third down. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
121 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Herbert now. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chargers will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Chargers 21, Bills 10.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Allen now on first down. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now Allen. The throw on target to his receiver McKenzie. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 35. Now Allen. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw again on second down. Allen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Bills are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle.
And Cook will get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
That's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as early as opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Williams brings it in. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Now a give running right. It's Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Cook. They find some open field here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. Five at the 6. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Allen. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Allen taking it himself. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow, wow. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe...
And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Singletary to get the drive started. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And they take a knee. Excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
Then I ball like Spalding. Can't call my
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused spoiler boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's Jay Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? Why would I?
Come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a kid, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Tonight, we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Allen going to look to throw on the first play. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They run for the first time with James Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And now they'll throw with Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 23. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Austin Johnson gets the sack defensively. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. No, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up the field.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen, touchdown. Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Herbert will give this. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. From just shy of midfield, Herbert buying time to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it, partner. There's no intent here because Von Miller, a former NFL Man of the Year award winner, he likes to play the game the right way. But in this case, makes a mistake and gets in just a little bit too late, and that draws the penalty.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Herbert. Man open left side. It's Williams. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. This one caught by Crowder. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Allen going to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Touchdown Bills. Stephon Diggs. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. Here's Bash now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Herbert on 1st down now. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Down to the 42, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Moss going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Allen now on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Josh Allen scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
To try again after the sack. Herbert under pressure, and they got to him again. Gregory Rousseau In there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down. They get this out quickly to the left side. He will have the conversion and more than that. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Herbert back to the air. He's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Donald Parham, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers get a bit closer. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From just shy of midfield, Allen and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Handoff comes to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen, blitz coming, and down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now on 3rd in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This caught left side by the tight end, Parham. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And that's caught inside the 35. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Allen to throw once more. He's got it at the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So it's a victory.